Akuyoe is my given name. I'm originally from Ghana, West Africa, and Akuyoe means blessed woman. And it was only until I became an adult that I really began to appreciate my name and my heritage and to really appreciate the value of who I am. I began Spirit Awakening Foundation 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I walked into a juvenile hall as a volunteer. And what I saw ripped my heart into pieces. I saw 13-year-old boys, black and brown, that were, they were chained at the hands and feet. And they were being taken somewhere on a bus. And they were all walking like this. And it was such a jarring image. And I knew then and there that I needed to do something. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew that using my gifts as an artist, as a performer, as a writer, I could at least mentor these young boys and girls. And so that's what I began to do 30 years ago. And so standing before all of you, standing before the magnificent Michelle Perkins, Susan Burton, and all the wonderful, extraordinary people that are here, I really am so humbled and so grateful for this opportunity to continue to lift the voices of our young people that are incarcerated. At Spirit Awakening Foundation, we know the value of children. We know that children's voices need to be heard. And so our mission is to mentor these young people so that they know that they're valuable. They know that they have a purpose. They know that they are not a mistake. And we have been doing this work for 30 years, as I said. 30 years ago, the word trauma was not really a part of the lexicon in terms of dealing with juveniles that were incarcerated. 30 years ago was a very punitive system that wanted to punish boys and girls that were 13, 9 years old. And 30 years ago, at Spirit Awakening, we recognized that they were traumatized and they needed to be loved. They needed to be understood. They needed to be heard and seen. And they needed way showers, people that could show them the way to grow to be adults. They needed way showers to show them how to live purposeful, intentional lives. So 30 years ago, that was our mission, and that mission continues today. And so, Michelle Perkins, I just want to say thank you so much for your courage, for doing what you do for the adults, for the women, for the men, because we're doing the same thing for the children. I am so proud of the work of Spirit Awakening because we get to push the buttons. We get to go to the county and say, no, our children, they're children, and we need to love them. You know that LA County has set aside about $4 billion to litigate cases of sexual assault against our children? I can't tell you how many times I have made reports to the FBI, to probation department, because I knew that probation officers were assaulting the children that were under their care. So one of the things that I'm really, really gunning for right now is to ask the county, instead of making these kids have to relive these stories of abuse, just have reparations for them. So that every child, especially from Camp Scott, LA County used to have an all-girls camp in Santa Clarita. I worked there for many, many years, so this isn't what I've heard, it's what I know. So rather than having these kids have to go to court and prove that they were assaulted, we know they were, let's offer them reparations. I'm asking the county that every girl that was assaulted, that was housed at Camp Scott in Santa Clarita 30 years ago, that they be given reparations for the time that they were there, because they were under the care of the county. And rather than being, taken care of, rather than being mentored, they were being assaulted. So this is the fight that Spirit Awakening is taking on right now, and I hope you'll join us. You know, let the County Board of Supervisors know that this is what you want to see happen. Like I said, they have $4 billion set aside just to go to court to deal with these cases, and there's so many of them. Nightline did a story about this, so if you want to look it up, you can see. So again, you know, the work that we're all doing here and the fact that you are all here is so wonderful, because the work, it needs all of us. We've heard Ms. Burton say it. We've heard Congresswoman Maxine Waters say it. It needs every single one of us. We need Tammy Mac's voice on the radio every day, you know, and bringing up these issues. We need each other. We really do. So again, Michelle and your extraordinary organization, thank you for this recognition. Thank you for this honor. I'm just so grateful. This is work that is near and dear to my heart. I knew very early on as an actor that I could use whatever gifts God has given me. I wanted to use it in a meaningful way. Entertainment is great, it's wonderful, and I knew the power of the arts to really rehabilitate, to transform, to change, to inspire. I know we can do that with the arts, and that's what I chose to do with my art and the way that God uses this vehicle as a performing artist, writer, and teacher. So on behalf of the board of directors and all the young people that we serve at Spirit Awakening Foundation, thank you very much for this moment. My beloved mother is here visiting with me from Ghana, and I just want to honor her for being here. My beloved friend and angel Gina's here. She flew in all the way from Seattle, I think. So Gina, I love you. Thank you for being here. One of my mentees, Masumi, is here, this beautiful young woman that was at Camp Scott. I don't think she minds me saying. And so we're fighting for you, Masumi. We are fighting for you, and God bless you, and keep on keeping on. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.